Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, organics of all ages, I am Double R, and in this little video we are going to talk about premise within the confines of role play. Now, when I speak upon premise, I am meaning the original concept of this. When you develop a character, when you make a character, you have to have a strong premise. Without a strong premise, you have no foundation. If you have no foundation, then your castle's going to sink into the swamp.
I built this kingdom up from nothing. When I started here, all there was swamp. Other kings said I was daft to build a castle on the swamp. But I built it all the same, just to show them. It sank into the swamp. So, I built a second one. That sank into the swamp. So I built a third one. That burned down, fell over, then sank into the swamp. But the fourth one stayed up.
Should be pretty straightforward, yes? Within the premise, I've explained before, but I also said etc., so people kind of lost track. But the premise will have the basic statistics of the character. It will also have things like morality, ethics. It will also hold things like history, family, friends, enemies, things of that nature, like accomplishments. Did they build the Eiffel Tower of Italy? Who knows? But guess what? If you don't have it in your character profile and you just magically say, yeah, my character history said I did. Yeah, whatever. No one's really going to take you seriously. Why is it important? Well, like I started with this video, premise is the groundwork. It is the foundation of the character. If the foundation goes poof, the whole thing goes poof.
Get out of here!
And leave you? No way!
Forget me! Save yourselves!
Fucking we all go home or nobody goes home!
John Falcon! Grab my ankle!
Again, you're building a castle in a swamp. If you have no foundation, your castle's going to sink into the swamp. Then you got to make another castle, and that too will sink into the swamp. So, when I say character history, I don't need to know from conception to your character age currently. I'm a 27-year-old human fighter. Fine. What about the history? Well, Harley Quinn was riding bareback on Dick Grayson while they were up in the rafters using batarangs as toys and using his concussion sticks to really tie her up and... Whoa, dude, bro, stop, cease, desist. Yeet that idea. Just yeet that idea. Right out the window. Just yeet it. Just get it away from me. I don't need to know any of that. I need to know the general idea of the character history. Where did your morality come from? Where did your ethics come from? Who is the one mainly raising you from the kid side? Did you go to a public school, a private school, or were you homeschooled? What generally happened to your character to where your character is at now? How does your character now make sense? Let me know how your character makes sense and we can roll with it. The reason why this is so important is because a lot of people have an original character concept. I've gone over rankings, and that's in the description down below. But the whole point is, a lot of people make a concept, and they'll run with it, and they'll do nothing for history. They'll have no morality. They'll have nothing. They won't have any family. They won't have any friends. They won't have any idea of what the character actually does. They just have an idea of, the character is a warrior. It's a 27-year-old human fighter. All right. Did you choose a fandom? Well, no. You might want to do that first, buddy, because different fandoms have different classifications of what a human fighter can do. Again, if you want to play in, say, the D&D fandom, Dungeons & Dragons, a 27-year-old human fighter will be considerably different than a 27-year-old fighter in, say, Dragon Ball. You follow? You comprende? You get it? Cool. History is a very big part of the character. It is a big chunk within the premise. Again, if the premise gets destroyed, the character gets destroyed. Why, oh why, am I emphasizing this for a roleplay situation? Well, in most roleplay situations, especially in any type of media, roleplay is at least between two characters. Sorry. No, yeah. Roleplay is at least between two writers, okay? Follow along with me. You'll see what I'm getting at. If one writer asks you to do something that breaks a premise, a morality, an ethic, or something that your character would be more attuned to not breaking, there's a problem. Give you an example. Let's say you are role-playing as Batman, and you subscribe to the whole belief that it is St. Bruce of Wayne. Yes, he has been trained as an assassin, but no, he has never killed. Yeah, okay, training as an assassin, never killed. How do you get a high rank as an assassin without ever killing somebody? I don't know, maybe you just play Five Nights at Freddy's really fucking well and you got this whole jump scare thing down to an art. Maybe that counts for assassination nowadays. I don't know. Heart attacks count, right? Anyway, beyond that level of not going over that again. I've done it before. Don't need to do it again. Point is, if you're subscribing or ascribing to the idea of St. Bruce of Wayne and your Batman has never killed, never picked up a gun, never killed, and you're writing a story with somebody, and let's say the character that you're writing with, between the characters, happens to be Catwoman. So the writer for Catwoman says, hey, I want a storyline where Batman ends up shooting the guy that Selina's trying to kill. Shooting him, killing him. Well, remember, you subscribe to the idea of St. Bruce of Wayne. He has never killed. So are you going to break this premise to say the first kill that he ever does isn't against someone that he would normally kill, but, you know, just for the sake of the story, I'm going to kill this person? I'm leaving the pause in here for one specific reason. I want you to think about that. Your friend, a fellow writer who's role-playing as Catwoman, has just asked you, as a writer, to have your Batman in a storyline where your Batman will end up shooting someone and killing them while you believe that Batman has never killed, so your version of Batman has never killed. You have subscribed to the St. Bruce of Wayne logic. So the question is, will you do that, or will you tell your friend, no, I can't do that storyline? I want you to consider this. I want you to consider this because this is how a lot of people are. They know a lot about their character, but they won't read anything about the other character, so they'll suggest storylines that make no sense. You know, for character development. No. Premise. You have attacked the premise directly here. Why would this even come up for that character? You see the problem. But that's what a lot of writers end up doing. They end up clashing because they're not... How can I say this politely? They know a lot about their own character, but they will assume about your character. Oh, I know you want to write with me, so you're going to bend to any storyline I want. No, that's not how that works. That's not how that works. This also comes up with the whole, I want to roleplay with you, but what? If you don't have an idea for a storyline, just say you don't have an idea. Other people will either come up with an idea later and get back to you, or they'll just worry about other stuff that's going on. That's fine. Because a lot of role players want to just react. They don't want to plot things out, they just want to react. And for those who do want to plot things out, they don't take in the character's history or their premise at all to where it would backfire. Characters have friends, characters have family. There's going to be a reaction when something happens. And if y'all think that's not the case, review the time about the whole Batman and Dick Grayson breakup from their team. Just review that and why it happened.
Why did you keep something like this from me?
You weren't exactly honest with me either.
But you told him.
He knew.
It wasn't my place to tell you.
But it was your place to put her in danger.
It wasn't like that. I volunteered.
You think you did. You don't know him like I do. He manipulates, pulls strings, anything to get what he wants.
I thought we had the same goals.
Things change. I changed. The game's over, Batman. I quit.
Robin, wait.
I never put on that costume again.
But that's the point. It's stuck to the premise. Each character has their own ethics, their own morals, their own morality, their own logic, their own history. And when someone's asking you to break part of your premise, there's a problem. Because again, it puts your character in jeopardy. If the premise goes bye-bye, the character goes bye-bye. So if there's anything that you get out of this whole shebang, remember the following. Character premise is important because that is where the family, the friends, the history, the ethics, the morality, the stats, all of that is within the premise. And if you break the premise, the character is broken as well. So for those of you who are role-playing, especially with original characters, if you make an original character, make a solid premise and keep to it. I get it. For a lot of OCs, it's harder to get sped up or running into a situation because homework. Who the hell does that? Reading? How dare you read during a text-based role-play situation? Anyway, how dare you read and do homework on that? Here for fun, not here to do homework. So I don't need to know anything about your character. To be fair, you should be able to get that kind of information through the roleplay, but let's stay on topic here. So I don't need to worry about your ethics. So when I write a storyline with you and I suggest a storyline, I need you to follow my storyline 100%, and I don't need to care anything about your character premise. Wrong. You unempathetic son of a bitch. You need to take into account their character premise as well. You need to ask them, hey, if I wanted to write a storyline like this, could it work for you or no? That's the first thing you need to ask. Could it work for you or no? Because some characters aren't that way. You're not going to go to a paladin and ask him to fuck a succubus. It's not going to work. It just ain't. The succubus is going to book it 100% of the time. Gone. The succubus will not be there. She will be like, that little holy Oreo, keep that Oreo away from me. Keep that Oreo away from me. Go on with that. You get the idea. There are some incompatibilities. There are some incompatibilities that will naturally come up due to raw premise. Are you following? You comprende? You get it? Good. Most of the people who watch my videos have at least enough common sense to follow what I'm basically saying, so good. And if you don't, let me know on the bottom and I'll try to make it clearer. Don't know how to make it much clearer, but I can try to make it clear. Anyway, to stop the rambling from 20 minutes, I'm Double R. I'm out. Y'all have a good day. Role players, role play on. People who have seen it, hey, how you doing? Welcome. And if you're a new person, welcome. And if you're a returning person, welcome back. A little late to welcome you back, but hey, better late than never, right? Anyway, I'm Double R. I'm out. Y'all have a good day. And y'all, you at the next one? Talk to you at the next one? Yeah, who knows? Later.